McCauley prayed up in Syracuse, New York. And you might say, Ellen, I want patience, but it's like, I think I need to work at being more patient. Well, here's 5 ways to increase patience by Father Ed Broom. None of us can claim to have mastered perfectly the virtue of patience. But Jesus Christ, our model in all virtues, said, by your patience you will save your souls. And he's going to give us 5 concrete ways. Number 1, you got to ask for it. Let's all just, in our hearts right now, say, please, Lord, give me patience, especially as it relates to my weight loss journey, maintenance, wherever we are. Please, Lord, help me to be patient. And then remember, ask and you will receive, seek and you will find, knock and that door will be open to you. One of my friends at work, her husband passed away, and very sad, young guy. I thought he was young, 68. You notice when you hit the 60s, anyone in the 60s is young, very young. So I went to his memorial, and it was at a Baptist church. And I'm a hardcore cradle Catholic, but give me a good Baptist sermon sometime. I mean, this guy was on fire. He was quoting the Bible, he was this, and I was like, yeah, I want to see them go, amen, amen. So I think reading the Bible and really embracing it, we can imitate Jesus, but we have to think about his life. He says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Think about that. Think about his life. Think about his passion. I think watching the movie The Passion of the Christ is one of the most moving things. If you have trouble reading it in the Bible or thinking about it, watch that movie. It brings me to tears. I must have seen it 50 times. Think about the Passion of Christ. Meditate on what he went through, who was sinless for us. Think about our trials as opportunities for growth. Do we carry our cross with patience and dignity? Or do we whine and complain, especially about our weight? Because just driving on the highway, I see these signs on the interstate, pediatric cancer, go here, and I'm thinking, praise you, Jesus Christ. None of my children had to do that. Then I go and say, there was another billboard, early Alzheimer's, and I'm like, praise you, Jesus Christ, that I don't, or anyone I love, have early Alzheimer's. Those are crosses. Those are heavy crosses to carry. If our cross is, I can't have a donut. Let me tell you what was at the Parkinson's conference today. There was muffins and all kinds of food. I was not even tempted by it because I know that they're not good for me. Do we carry our cross with love? Another thing is the Blessed Virgin. Just, what day was it? Tuesday was the Feast of the Rosary? Yesterday, Wednesday. Yeah. Who went to the Rosary thing? Oh, wow, I love it. I got the pictures on Facebook, and I was like, are any of my peeps there? And I couldn't see it, but it was beautiful, wasn't it? They did a procession over to the shrine on the Feast of Our Lady of Rosary. Say the Rosary. Chris just got up to go to the bathroom. Don't know if you can hear me in there, Chris, but I wanted to say something. She works, and there she is. She said she does the Rosary without the Rosary.
That's at Planet Fitness.
That's at Planet Fitness. And so do I. I mean, if I'm walking or if I'm in the building, I'm going to get Hail Mary, full of grace. If you say, well, I don't have the sorrowful and the joyful mysteries, the Blessed Virgin knows what the mysteries are. We can say the Rosary anytime. I can't sleep at night. Hail Mary, full of grace. I say the Hail Mary. She is there and she helps us all. Why is patience so powerful? Patience is one of the fruits of the Spirit. It's a manifestation of our spiritual life. It's us saying, I trust you, God. I will not fear. I am patient. If God says to me, Ellen, my plan is to take you home to heaven tomorrow, I don't think I really like that, but it's his plan. You have to let go of worrying about, and I'm talking to myself, what the plan is. This author, Kim Gold, says, I believe that most things in life are skills that can be learned. Viewing patience as a skill and a tool in your wellness toolkit can help keep you on track and get you through weight loss plateaus. We need to practice it. Just like lifting weights, you become stronger and stronger each time you push yourself and have your patience tested. I used to go to the post office every day when I sold on eBay full time. And I'd go to the Casson Road post office, and maybe I'd be fifth in line, and all of a sudden there was people 6, 7, 8, 9. You would think they were waiting for a loaf of bread in Moscow. They were like, whoa, look at this line! I got things to do! And there'd be like 9 people in line, you know, and Vinny's up there doing as best as he can, as fast as he can. So I'm thinking, are you kidding me? It's a line in the post office. I mean, if you have to perform open heart surgery, don't go to the post office first. So my point is, if you are in a line in the post office, and this is what I've always done, I'm like, hey, what you doing? Where you going? What's your meal? And something out. 99.9% of the time they'll be like, especially if you're nice. I mean, if you're like kind of a weirdo, be careful because they might not talk to you. But if you're nice, like me, and they're like, hey, I'm mailing a package to my grandson. The next thing you know, we're BFFs. Use that opportunity to reach out to somebody in line and practice patience. It's uncomfortable at first, but you will get stronger. Traffic jam, consciously practice patience. I'd like to know who has road rage here in this group. So, you know, it's so funny. I wouldn't have guessed you, but I should have known by the hair. That should have been a dead giveaway. There might be a little rage under that Irish body of yours. But there was once, and she had to leave because she ended up working nights, but there was once the sweetest lady in the group. She was so sweet. And just the nicest person. And she's a nurse, she had to work nights, so she had to leave the group. But we were writing things we want to change about ourselves, and she handed in hers, and she wrote, stop saying the F word. And I couldn't even imagine, and she wasn't talking about fun. I couldn't even imagine it coming out of her mouth, you know. And so there's some people here, imagine that, you know, God, Jesus Christ, is in the front seat, and he's sitting there going, what are you doing? Because guess what? He is in the front seat. He does hear what you're doing. Also, it's one of the mindfulness. I believe that most things in life are skills that can be learned. You practice patience, and if there's a long line at the post office, practice patience, the scale not moving, another opportunity to practice. Also, Tai Chi. I don't know about you. Did I mention last week that there's a class coming up at Camilla Senior Center, and it's taught by Sister Maureen Mastien, who was one of our guest speakers and now is one of my best friends. I think Tai Chi Cha is so relaxing. Bob and I have a tape at home, a VHS, but we still have a VHS player. But it's so relaxing. Try that. You can get your patience. Also, bring the mind back. That's why I was breathing. I'm trying to breathe more. And my mind tends to wander and worry about things. So breathing brings it back, brings it back. It helps you get through plateaus, adjust to new habits, handle setbacks, tolerate cravings, ride out the difficult emotions involved in emotional eating. So why not grab some weights and begin strengthening the patience muscle today? I'm going to stop there, Bob, because then I'm going to finish up. And then I'm going to give you